Good morning, Karen from Quantum Heart Awakening. Today we're going to drop in and do a new moon reading. New moons are time of setting new intentions, new goals, honoring new desires, enforcing new boundaries, all things new. So let's see where we go. Okay, what do we need to know about this new moon for the highest and best good of self and the planet? What is the collective dealing with? What would support them in calling in and establishing new patterns, thoughts, behaviors, actions, dreams, goals? Okay, we have peace. Okay. Yeah, first message coming out is making sure we are manifesting from a place of grounded love and peace, right? When you manifest from a place of fear and contraction, the energy isn't as clean and clear. Okay, truth be told. In reverse, anything else? Okay, last card. Okay. These messages seem very familiar. I shuffled like crazy too. And in the unconscious, we also have chop wood. You guys know how much I love that card. Okay, let's see where we're starting. Okay, collective, you are being called to imagine your world in a way that is completely built for you. It's like if you could build your dream world, your dream life, and honor all the things that are not for you, to draw boundaries around anyone and anything and everything that is not in alignment with you. What is that life? This would be an incredibly potent journal assignment. So maybe some of you want to venture into that. No pressure. But imagine, what would it feel like to wake up and every decision you make, from the type of toothpaste you put on your toothbrush to the deodorant you wear to the way you make your tea or coffee, what if every single micro decision you make was an embodied full yes, was completely in alignment with your truth? That's what we're going for. That shouldn't be the goal. That should be the bare minimum. And this is what we're moving toward as a collective. We are moving towards a life that is informed by our soul's deepest truth. Okay, I'm taking a breath as I'm looking at this breath card in reverse. Let's just call it out. I want to be transparent here. It's really beautiful to be able to dream these things, and it can sometimes feel so out of the realm of possibility to feel like you're maybe at level 1 and you want to be at, level 98. So we are being called as a collective. Here, let me say it like this. So in the unconscious position, what is pushed into the shadow is this bringing our presence and finding peace in the day-to-day, right? Chop wood, carry water. This is a Zen practice of bringing all of your micro presence, all of your body, all of your gratitude, your feelings, your emotions, all of your awareness to exactly what you're doing and nothing else. So if you are slicing a loaf of bread, can you bring all of your senses? Can you awaken all of your abilities and senses to that feeling? Feel how feel the weight of the knife in your hand and how it feels in your hand. Feel when you finally touch the loaf of bread with the knife. Focus on how you're pulling the knife back and forth, how it feels slicing through the bread. Can you bring micro presence to what you're doing? This will radically transform your interior world, the interior landscape. This will bring peace and allow you to detach from these dense perceptions, right? So much of our anxiety and our worries and fears are perceptions. They are perceptions informed by this thing that's coming into our world. Michael Singer often talks about how there's three things that happen from being in there, from being conscious in that avatar, in that flesh sack that we all have. Sorry, I don't really like that phrase, flesh sack, and now I've said it twice. Good times. Michael Singer says these three things happen from quote unquote being in there. Number one, the outside world comes into our awareness. Number two, our mind creates thoughts about the outside world coming in. And then three, we have or concoct feelings about what the mind is creating about the outside world coming in. And this is a whole cosmic dance, right? It's a whole chaotic dance between sensorial experience and kind of our cerebral experience, and then our emotional felt experience. So what we're trying to do is interrupt that experience by bringing radical presence to the here and now. Okay, great intro. Interesting. So maybe for some of you, what you are calling in during this new moon is this radical presence, this gratitude in the moment. Okay, where should we go next? Let's see. I don't have all my decks with me because half of them are in my car because I had took them somewhere today. So let's see. Okay, okay. We have distractions, we have harmony. Wow, this is interesting that's coming out. It's interesting I brought up Michael Singer and these are the cards coming out. Okay, let's see, what do we have? I found it crazy so we have peace and distraction. So this is going to be a month where you are being called to step into the practice of everything that you've learned. I mean, come on, we have focus, we have harmony, distractions, disruption, I mean, balance. I mean, I feel like this whole reading was written by like a Zen master or a meditation teacher or something. Chance and joy. The message I'm getting from this is don't leave joy up to chance. I've actually watched some other of my favorite readers and joy continues to come up. It came up in my morning reading. It's been coming up specifically for the Divine Feminine, but it is coming up as a collective. There's joy and then there's authentic joy. There's the joy that you might not tell everybody about, or the things that bring you joy that you might not voice out loud because of fear of judgment or whatever. But in the quiet of your internal heart, in the quiet of your interior world, what are those things that support taking steps towards your joy? It's really hard when we feel that we're very far away from joy and we can't fully grasp it or reach it, or maybe we are at a point in our lives where we can't even name one thing that brings us joy. I honor how difficult that is. I honor where you're at. Is there one action you could take that would get you one step closer to being just kind to self? Sometimes putting so much pressure, it's like someone telling you to have fun. You can't just snap your fingers and manifest fun. It's a series of things that have to take place. We have to feel comfortable in who we are. We have to dare to show up in the world. We have to dare to play, right? Dare to access our vulnerability. Play is a form of vulnerability, but it just tricks the ego into thinking it's not vulnerable because it's having fun, right? That's an interesting psychological little game it plays. But that's why there's been so many studies around what is the fastest way to learn something new, and the answer is through play. So that might be for some of you out there. Okay, let me just revisit really quickly this kind of meditative practice. I keep saying the word meditative, but that doesn't mean, necessarily sitting on a cushion in silence and actually meditating. This could also be, here we have this yin yang balance and disruption and focus, distractions, harmony. Okay. You guys are going to roll your eyes at me, but some of you, I have some new followers, but those of you that have been here for a while, you've heard me say this over and over again. We are practicing learning how to call our spirit back from places it doesn't belong. We are practicing how to come back into balance after being disrupted by any and all flavors of chaos. And when we are distracted, being able to call our attention back over and over and over again. This work, you might as well settle in and get cozy now, because this work will always remain the same. Whether you're on day 1 or day, 2 million or whatever. I don't know how many days in a lifetime, so do not figure that out. Let's see, in the unconscious, angel numbers confirmation. Again, this message continues to come up that there is a chunk of the collective out there that is taking steps into this world of spirituality, but isn't quite ready yet to fully surrender to this divine truth. So what is in the unconscious is the ability to reach out to the quantum field, to your angels, your spirit guides, to God, whatever your specific flavor of divine union is. There's something here that piece for you is still being pushed in the shadow. So maybe in this in the spirit of the new moon, maybe something that you might be manifesting is a more mutual or open connection with source. That's all I'm going to say about that. Take what resonates about that. What is your flavor of that? Okay, let's see. You know what? I'm going to get some angel dream cards. I haven't used these in a while. Let me just take a moment, shuffle really quick. Okay, what do we need to know? Anything else about the new moon? We have fairies, environment, playtime, another playtime card, enchantment, journey, path, location, travel. Some of you might be traveling, or some of you might be finding your joy through travel, or someone might be traveling to see you. We have teacher, guardian in the dream guide. Okay. This came up when I started Facebook often, about messages coming through dream time. So in the spirit of this new moon, if reconnecting or connecting or developing your relationship with source, with the grid, with consciousness, whatever you want to call it, if that is attractive to you, I'm going to invite you to start incubating dreams. What do I mean by that? Before you go to sleep, ask a question. Ask for guidance, ask for a relationship. You can, I just got the visual. They just showed me, that like sweet little, when kids have a crush on each other in school and they make those little paper football things. And it says, will you go out or will you be my friend? Check yes, check no, or maybe, or whatever. That's what they just showed me. So you could even say, God, will you be my friend? Yes or no? I just had that sweet little image. But again, you can call in guides through dream space. You can call in answers. You entering into this kind of non-ordinary state of reality will give you access to wisdom from another reality, from a reality that is just out of your grasp. Okay, so we have two specific kind of messages emerging here. Let's see where else we go. Yeah, I can't stop staring at this enchantment card. Interesting. In the unconscious, I just forgot to look down, but in the unconscious, we have reaching for your dreams. Go for it. Okay, sweet people. What has been aching your hearts for your lives? What has been nagging at your, yanking on your strings? What has been pulling at you that you've always wanted to do in this life? What have you wanted to create? What job did you dream about since you were a little kid? Have you always wanted to be an artist? Did you always want to try a tap dancing class? Did you want to ever try karaoke or a stand-up comedy, or I don't know, fill in the blank? What has been this kind of dream that you have been consistently pushing into the shadows? What is blocking you from bringing it about? So again, bringing up that idea of, if you feel you're at level 1 and you want to be at 98, ask for support, ask your guides to show you what is the next step. Don't worry about step 30 and 50 and 82. Worry about from step 1 to step 2. That's it. Again, this is the chop wood, carry water energy. Bring your complete focus to the present moment. What is the next kind of step that will allow you to access this next aligned path? What is that location? Maybe I'm wondering, for some of you, this is a very strong message. Have you had a dream to travel to a certain place, to a certain country, specifically, I'm getting a sacred site? Has there been somewhere where your heart and soul has always dreamed of going? So for me, I always felt called to Iceland, and I finally went in 2012, and I had a very spiritual experience when I was there. I've never felt so connected to the land there and the culture and the ecosystem and the very beautiful relationship they have with the environment. I just felt like that it was just me. And then years later, I had an angel reader tell me that I was actually a little Scandinavian girl in another life. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, that makes sense. That tracks, right? So I felt called there, and that really fed my desires to kind of learn about Scandinavian culture. Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, all the countries in Scandinavia. But anyway, that was just my one little story. So is there somewhere where you've been dying to go? Is there a museum or an exhibit you've always wanted to see? Or have you always wanted to participate in a band? I don't know what it is. It could be anything, but it is time. This is your month. This is your month to put your dreams, to put pen to paper and let it come alive, to initiate this energy by consciously investing your intention in this, whatever this creation is. Okay, that was really a beautiful little thing. Let's see, what should we get? Let's go big. Let's go grand. Okay, we have karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. Yeah. I'm just going to get more before I drop into that message. Okay, we have Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. And then we have Emerald tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting. Okay, so another piece of this new moon cycle is, hold on. Okay, here's another layer of the chop wood, carry water. You're being called to step into this practice almost like a monk or a nun or a priest would accept ordination. You are being called to make a commitment to yourself and to the practice, mainly because this is what will empty out your vessel so that you can be a hospitable host for this divine alchemical dance that is desperately wanting to take place within you. This allows you to manifest from a conscious place. This is what will allow you to cultivate enough energy that you could actually fuel a vision, fuel a dream, fuel a mission. I'm staring at this emerald tablet activation and this beautiful, it looks like a tablet with a caduceus through it, right? The sword and the kind of serpent kundalini energy rising. Hold on, I'm just losing my train of thought. It'll come back. There's something here about you almost emptying your vessel enough so that you can actually I'm I have a way to say this, but I don't like it, but I'm just going to say it. It's almost like you're clearing your vessel out so you can become a pantry for your energy. It's like what do you do with a pantry? You store food for the future, right? You store dry goods and other different things for whatever potential cooking needs you may have in the future. There's something here about clearing out the vessel enough so that you can stockpile this grace. You're filling your grace bank account, if you will, so that in the future, because there's something coming. There's something coming down the pike, these evolutionary downloads. That's the other thing. We cannot receive until we make space to receive. So we are clearing out. It's like, in a house, you can't buy more crap until you get rid of some crap. There's at some point you turn into a hoarder and it's just too much, and it doesn't allow you to live as freely as you could be living. So you got to clear out the basement, clear out the attic, clear out your rooms, clear out that junk drawer that's just like a pile of crap. We all know you have one. You are making space. And for some of you, it might quite literally be in physically cleaning your spaces. What is your car looking like right now? If you picked up a celebrity in your car, or forget a celebrity, but just someone that you want to impress, are you happy with your car? And I don't mean the type, that doesn't matter, but your cleanliness. What about your desk at work? What about your locker at the gym or your sock drawer? Are you keeping old underwear with holes in it that you've had for 10 years? Throw them out. Or those old bras that you've had. We all know, I know some of you have had a bra for 10 plus years. It's time. It's time. Get rid of it. So we are being asked to clean house in all senses of the words. Another version of this is actually going through each of your chakras and doing a clearing. I'm sure you can YouTube or Google some sort of chakra clearing. There's many meditations. There's many frequency music, like solfeggio frequencies. There's many things you could do. You can go to a practitioner, a Reiki healer, any sort of, version of that. We are taking, this goes back to what I asked you in the very beginning. What would your life look like if you were a full embodied hell yes to every decision you've made? What would it look like if you could clean up every area of your life? Mentally, physically, spiritually, psychologically, energetically, astrally. Okay. Sorry, I got really distracted there for a second. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay, I just had a very weird, like an out of body experience for a split second, and it took my breath away. So when I said astrally, it happened. So something that has been brought to my attention, and thank God for other readers and other healers, like thank God for all of you people, all of you divine beings who are stepping into your power, stepping into your gifts and taking a chance on yourself. Because I have received so many beautiful gifts from strangers, people on YouTube, people passing me on the street. Anyway, why am I bringing this up? I'm totally forgetting. Hold on. The astral realm we were talking about. Oh, someone reminded me, because I went through a really big grief cycle and I was really struggling to come out of it. It was lingering a bit longer and it felt a little different than normal. Someone beautifully reminded me that I should be doing clearings, energy clearings, after every reading. And I set really strong boundaries energetically and call in all my guides and all my people to protect this session. And I ask that God surrounds this with golden loving light and allows only messages of the highest and best good to come through for the highest and best good of self and the planet, and blah, 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 all my things that I say. But I haven't really cleared my space in a while. And I usually used to do that at least once a week, to do like a bigger clearing where I'm really taking about, 30 minutes to an hour to open all the windows, do a mass clearing, say all my prayers, set intentions. I pray for all of you. You all are in my prayers. If you watch these readings, you are receiving a prayer from me. Whether you know it or not, past, present, future, it doesn't matter. There is no time in the quantum field. So these are, my prayers are forever going out there. I make sure of that. That's my intention I set. Okay. So yeah, so this is a message for some of you. It's time to clear your spaces. And don't forget, it's very easy to clear your own body, to clear your bedroom, to clear your office, to clear your regular home. Don't forget to clear your car. You're probably in it a lot of the time, or any space where you find yourself a lot. And if you can't bring, something that smokes into work, you can get like sage spray. You could also just sit in your space and pray. That's another very simple way to clear. Just set intentions. I always ask our Archangel Raphael to surround my space and myself with emerald green light of healing. I ask Archangel Michael to surround me with blue light of protection. And then I ask Archangel Metatron to surround me with this crystalline mirrored dodecahedron to kind of protect me from any future, I don't want to say attacks, that's a little dramatic, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's see. In the unconscious, we have solar plexus, chakra, inner fire, willpower. Yeah, okay. So this goes back to the chakra clearing. You will confront your inner saboteur when you allow yourself to have a dream. It's just what happens. I don't care if you're the most confident person in the world. If you have a dream idea, the moment you say it out loud to yourself, in other words, there will be another voice saying all the reasons why you can't do it, or the downsides, or trying to talk you out of it. It's just the mechanism of the ego. Now your work is in quieting that voice. Your work is in focusing, holding your center for love of self and other, coming into balance and harmony. Sorry, I got distracted by the Destiny card. Okay, let me finish that sentence. Your work is to practice calling your spirit back, holding your center for love of self and other in all flavors of chaos, even if that chaos is coming from inside the house, right? If your internal parts, you might have an internal part that is completely like terrified and is talking you out of it. No way, you can't do this. You can't leave your job. You can't do karaoke. That's so scary. What are people going to say about you? Like whatever version of this that you may be experiencing, your job is to what? Chop wood, carry water. This is why practice is so important, because when you do not have control, you will have the muscle memory of the discipline of the task, right? And it's really easy. So whether, say you wake up every morning and you clean your kitchen, I mean, that's a stretch. I don't clean my kitchen every morning, but pick something that you do every morning and just bring radical presence. It's really hard to live this way 24/7, so don't try to. Pick one task that you can practice, even if it's for 30 seconds or even 5 seconds. I'm telling you, build up over time. So maybe say for today, I'm going to take this 30 seconds when I'm cleaning my sink, and I'm going to bring all of my focus to exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going to worry about what I'm doing later. I'm not going to worry about the kids, the grocery list, my partner's big meeting today. I'm not going to worry about anything but cleaning this sink. Because honestly, what is the worrying doing anyway? Are you gaining anything from the worry? Most likely not. So again, this is a practice of calling your attention back from places it doesn't belong. Okay, really cool reading so far. Let's see, let's get some animal spirit animal cards. Okay. All right, we have See the Big Picture. We have Stag Spirit, Take the Lead. We have Overcome Any Obstacle. Anything else? We have Bat Spirit, A Rebirth is Assured. And This and That Are True. Okay, oof, beautiful. Wait, before we move on, in the unconscious, we have lay a solid foundation. I'm leaving that over there. I don't want to forget to talk about it. Okay. This is the biggest one right here, this dolphin spirit. This and that are true. Can we challenge self to live in that liminal space between what is and what could be? Can we challenge ourselves not to feel panic that we are in this unknown place? Can we allow ourselves and practice holding these potentials? Or you could say, okay, I am struggling with insecurity and I have big dreams. Catch your vocabulary. A lot of people say, I am this, but I blah, blah, blah. Try to say and instead, right? I work an office job and it's my dream to be a rock star. I am very soft spoken and I want to be a karaoke all-star. I don't know why I'm bringing up karaoke. I've brought it up like 3 times in this reading. Apparently it's in my unconscious or subconscious. So I might have to go do some karaoke. On a personal note, karaoke is terrifying to me, but that's my own shit. Moving on. In the unconscious, we have beaver spirit here. Lay a solid foundation. Okay, people, what about laying a solid foundation is scary to you? Because it's in the shadow. You've pushed it into the shadow. So what would support you? What is the next kind of step you can take for yourself to illuminate that fear just a teeny bit, just a fraction? I'm not saying, put the hot spot on this fear, but what is the next kind of step you can do? I'll give you, maybe a little prompt or a little idea. Can you allow yourself to invite that fear to sit at your dining room table and have a meal with you? Can you just allow that part that feels that fear to be in the room? You don't even have to talk to it yet. That's too many steps ahead. Can you just allow the awareness of the fear to be with you? Can you say, okay, I'm eating dinner with my family and this fear is here and this fear is welcome? Can you just do that? Right? This and that are true. Can you allow these things to coexist? This is another, you don't know it yet, but this is laying the foundation for this grander transpersonal work. Essentially, can I live in the 3D and the 5D together and find harmony, ping-ponging between one and the other? Wow, people, this was a cool reading. Let's get a Buddha wisdom to end. Anything for these? Okay, we got a few here. We have, as long as you have unwavering faith, you are a truth seeker. You are what you think. Pure thought brings inspiration and happiness. I'm going to leave it there. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Happy new moon, and I will see you in the next one.